In my opinion, one of the last great innovations that Webflow had was it was a point around this time last year where they released page builder, page builder, or where you're able to define a bunch of components and then marketers can then add them all in and move them around and stuff like that. And I thought me personally, and this is free advice for Webflow. Take this advice. Why didn't add to this momentum with AI? I don't know. Why you couldn't give a marketer the ability to spin up a page with AI, but using components that the designer has already done. Like that's where I feel like AI could
True.
really add a lot of value and a clear kind of definition to it by allowing designers to still work with Webflow and use Webflow for what it's for. Because now it's not, the app gen doesn't really compete. Sorry, it puts it on a level playing field with everything else. It's not really adding to these
Fully
these
agree. Yeah.
tools.
And I fully agree. They could introduce so many of these things to marketers, and then we would know, like, okay, they are trying to sell this to marketers. So I, as a designer, I felt like I'm being, I felt offended by the designs that they showed the AI created, and they called it good. That that
Oh yeah,
felt
yeah, yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That didn't. That was like that is the opposite of good. That is a
Mm,
wireframe that is
mm,
sloppy, not even a clean wireframe. It was a sloppy wireframe with a little bit of style to it. It was just had a few purple colors. That was it. Don't call that nice. But what you said, Webflow should pay you for it. They should create a video. Hey, we use AI to, the designer can create the designs and the
mm,
variations manually, handcrafted,
mm,
beautiful. It has soul, and now a soulless marketer. I'm sorry for a soulless marketer comes in and says, "I want a landing page using these systems with this copy." And the AI takes the copy, expands on it based on the context of the website, and uses these components that the designer created with love and create a page based on it. It totally makes sense.
mm. It goes back to what I was saying when it comes to clearly understanding and clearly defining who this tool is for and what they trying to achieve. And so they can still announce the same sort of things, in some ways, I guess. But like they need to understand that Webflow users, the people who use that design, think of the three, what do you call them? Build mode,
Yeah,
design mode, or whatever. People who work in the design mode categorically do not like AI. So focusing on all that time building a platform or a system that helps them do something they don't want help with, or not just that they don't want help with. Again, it comes down to the framing of it. Have it kickstart your design. Don't have it do your design because that's what you want to do. You want to do that. Like, yeah, I'm a fan of basically building me a simple 6 column grid system just to get me going, and then I can add all of my shit on top of it, right? What I'm saying is, feels like they're lost in who they need to identify their different users and what those users want AI to do for them. They've taken that they just assume that all designers want to not design, or all Webflow users want to not use Webflow. They just want AI just to do everything
yeah.
for them. And I
Every
don't think
company
that's the
is
case whatsoever.
assuming
They
that,
should
which
have.
is wrong.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, like I think their AI ambitions should have been focused on their marketing targets or their marketing audience, because they have a strong marketers audience, as with Analyze and Seth Godin being there and stuff like that. There was a that's they have a very clear audience of marketers. That's one of
Yeah,
their biggest selling points, I think. 50-50 to designers is like designers who want to build websites without writing code, and marketers who want to work on
I
websites
agree.
that have been
And
defined for them, and they can easily just
and
craft more and more
designers are the
pages.
next generation
Um,
of the developers, I believe. This is where companies decide what tool to go with, because Webflow does not have the respect of developers, like true hard code developers.
yeah, it's slow. It
Yeah.
slows us down,
So,
if anything. It
and
really does.
Webflow should be fine with that. They should try to get people who are, junior developers who are trying to
Yeah.
become developers, but they just get stuck at CSS and a bit of JavaScript. They can completely get these people in and forget about like the hard, like the crazy developers, like ninja developers. And designers should be the heart of the product, because they are the decision makers of the case.
They're
Yeah,
needed regardless.
yeah,
A marketer is useless without a designer anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, it's an interesting point. Like as a developer, I will use Webflow as a developer, but not for me. I will use what I when I interview a client, I'm talking to a client, I'm listening for them wanting to do things themselves once it's been developed or created or whatever what I'm doing. And sometimes people don't want that. So, sometimes people literally just they want to build a product and they want to work on it for a year and several years and constantly. That sounds like the where a developer would fit in. But if they just want to build something that they can just create pages from and add content, it's like cool. Webflow's your thing. I'm gonna dislike using it, but it just doesn't need a developer's continual involvement. So yeah, I don't know. They need to be clear about who their target market is, and I think you've identified it as two majors: the designer and it's the
yeah,
marketer. Really, is it? Do you
yeah.
think there's any more? This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.